Hey guys, it's Mark Anthony here.
Hi everyone, it's Teresa. Welcome to our Facebook Live tonight. Just waiting for a few of you guys to get on.
Just put your phone on silent.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
So it's great to be back. It's been a couple of weeks since, no it hasn't, it's been a week or something since.
No, about 2 weeks, yeah, 2 weeks.
It's been about 2 weeks since, we've had the opportunity of doing this. It's really good to touch base with you guys. It's really interesting times at the moment. There's some amazing or some pretty sad things that have been happening around the world and stuff. So we'll be doing a healing circle later and praying for all those people. Tonight I think we've got a heap of questions, but I guess the thing that's been coming up for me the last couple of days is just it's been quite interesting because I've been doing a number of things around the house, fixing a few things around the place, and it's been really good and really enjoying doing a little bit of physical work, and I'm so glad I'm nearly finished it, to be honest with you. It's I think I've had enough for the next 6 years or something, or next 10 years. But it's been really cool. But what's been coming up for me is just I've been feeling a lot of interesting energies around me and stuff, and so I've been doing a fair bit of work on releasing other people's stuff from me, so boundary work, and I've skimmed over the questions today there. And I think a lot of the issues there relate to that as well. So I find it really interesting that the stuff that's coming up for me is stuff that's coming up for you guys as well, and it's really cool. So
we'll get started with some of our questions then. So
happy days.
Okay, so the first question is, okay, let me just see actually. Okay. So this is from Inga. So she has a broken collarbone. She's broken a collarbone and she can't get it in place with Theta Healing or make it heal properly without having to have an operation with Theta Healing, and in what way. So she's basically asking, is there a way that Theta Healing can help her without her having to have an operation in relation to her collarbone?
Look, everything's possible, prayers are always answered, miracles always happen. The main thing that I'll be working on there is the issues that brought it out to start with. So, basically any broken bones that you've got are related to your God issues, like connection to God. So the first thing you want to be looking at there is what are the connection to God issues that you're experiencing when it first happened. So what you're looking at is what was going on in your life when this first happened. So if it happened 6 months ago, then what you're looking at is the different areas of your life, what was happening, where there's some areas of your life where you're feeling like a disconnect from God, where you're feeling like maybe your prayers weren't going to be answered, or feeling like maybe things weren't coming together for you. So that's the sort of stuff that you want to be looking at in relation to so around that time. But if I tune in to your energy and see what's going on, what I'd be doing is just releasing your fear around doctors, releasing your fears around the medical system, because it may be like a really simple process for them to put it back into alignment. But in saying that, everything's possible. The key for us as healers is what we're doing is removing the emotional stress around the situation. So whether you're able to put it back in with Theta Healing, or whether you're able to put it back in with prayer, or whatever it may be, then that's well and good. But as long as you release the stress around going to the doctors, going for surgery or something like that, then you'll find that it'll actually be easier to allow your body to heal itself and to heal itself properly. So if you've got a stress that says, I have to avoid going to see the doctors, then as long as you have to avoid going to see the doctors, your subconscious is going to keep creating situations where you have to go and see the doctors. right? So that's where it's important to release that there. So what we want to do is just allow you to have discernment on everything the doctors have told you. Just teach you how to, and what it feels like to trust in your connection with God, to trust your connection with the Creator, and to know that you are always loved, appreciated, and taken care of and supported. The other thing that I do pick up with you is a lot of this comes back to trust issues. It's just about, like really trusting that things are going to work out for you. It's feeling like you don't have a handle on things, that you maybe need to, maybe you're a bit of a planner and you need to know a structure of things. And sometimes when it comes to things working out for us and allowing things to happen in our lives, there is no structure. Sometimes you've just got to step into that divine timing, and you've got to step into that energy of just allowing things to come together. I mean, obviously you still take action and you do whatever work is in front of you, whatever you can. So what we want to do there is teach you that you can relax in your life, teach you how to trust that everything will work out for you, teach you how to trust your connection with the Creator, how to know that you are always taken care of, how to know that you're always safe and protected, and that it's safe and possible for you to trust in your connection with the Creator. So let's just do those downloads for everybody. Cool.
Okay, so our next question is from Theodora. So basically, she wants to know if you can identify what is her biggest issue or scarcity that she needs to clear to get her abundance, knowing that she's already, and that I already live with divine timing.
Okay, so basically you definitely live with divine timing, because we set that up, and that was something that's something that's going to happen regardless. So regardless of whether you think you're ready for it or not, your divine timing is going to happen. The other thing there is and look, this is just me, but I think a lot of people get too fixated on needing to know their divine timing. Right? The truth is your divine timing is going to happen anyway. You've set it up with the Creator. You've set it up with the timing of the universe, the timing of the planet, and there's a bigger picture to your divine timing coming in. And so what happens is a lot of people get distracted and think, okay, well, I have to wait until my divine timing. The truth is you're going to arrive at your divine timing anyway. So you might as well get there being happy, healthy, financially successful. Focus on those things. Focus on what you can do, right? Because the truth is creating abundance in your life is something that is tangible, something that you can do in your life right now. But it's having a big enough vision, and it's having that will, that desire to do whatever it takes to get it, as long as it's legal, moral, and ethical. But just working hard and making things happen in your life, and you'll achieve that success in all the different areas of your life. When it comes to health, eating the right foods. If you're eating foods and you feel absolutely smashed afterwards, then start changing what you're eating. Start looking at those things and rectify those situations. So everything is in our control. The divine timing is out of our control, because that's something that we've already set up with the Creator. It's something that's going to take place regardless. So the best way that we can be in alignment with our divine timing is to create the life that we desire now, right? If you can create the life that you desire now, then you'll be amazed how things will come together for you. Because when you're ready for when your divine timing comes around, you're going to be in a position where you're financially able to do whatever it is that you desire. You're in a great position health-wise. So what you do is you focus on what you can do, and everything else will come in. But when I tune in to your energy, and I just see that there's a little bit of hesitancy within you. So it's like you're hesitant to get started. You're hesitant to get out there and achieve things. And so what's basically happening there is you're holding yourself back because of the hesitation. So I get that, you know, like it relates to like a childhood trauma with a failure. So around 7 years old. So if you know that relates to you, if you remember a particular situation. But what I want to do is just teach you how to release the trauma around old failures. Teach you how to live without thinking that your past failures or your past, you know, bad decisions define you, define your life. So knowing that you can actually recognize those past issues that are holding you back, and you can allow yourself to release them, and you can move forward in a loving and easy way. So knowing what it feels like to step into your true power and allow yourself to focus on a goal and to allow yourself to achieve it. Knowing that it's safe and possible for you to take positive action, and that you can allow yourself to take the right action to allow your goals and dreams to come to fruition. So let's just download all of those. Okay, cool. So what's next?
Okay, so my next question.
So does that sound better now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hope that's better. Just if somebody can say yes, we can hear you, because we've got the microphone up close.
Yeah, go on. What's the next question?
So the next question we have from Marianne. So basically she's currently in Victoria, so they're struggling with, well, it's quite bad down there at the moment, so troubling times. But she's been personally struggling with digestive issues on and off for several long months. Had gallbladder removed 10 years ago. Her problem is fear, lots of fear with doctors, and my mind takes over and I don't have trust in doctors. Probably a internal belief from losing my mum in 1985 as a young teenager. I was hoping you and everybody out there could actually send a distant healing, so we'll definitely do that, and whether there's anything you can pick up intuitively for her.
Okay, cool. So basically, like digestive issues, you know, really are all about old abuse. And so anytime there's something going on in our digestive system, there's issues there around abuse. So what we're going to do, and this is something that I'll do, like, you know, if people have, you know, had medical procedures in the past, or, you know, are going in for a medical procedure, one of the important things to do when you're working with people is to bless, you know, the doctors, bless, you know, the anesthesists, bless the nurses, bless everybody that's involved in that surgery and everybody that's involved in that procedure. So if they haven't gone into the procedure yet, then what I do is I bless the doctors or pray for the doctors, so that so blessing the doctors so that the creator guides their hands so that they're able to identify and, you know, perform that surgery, like, you know, with ease, and it comes out perfect basically for that client. So that's important things to do. So what we want to do is go back in time and do that so before you know, her gallbladder was removed, because, like, you know, the body doesn't always realize that an organ's been removed, like, you know, so you know, sometimes you can have like a phantom organ there, where intuitively you'll do a body scan and you can still see that the organ is there, even though, you know, physically it's not there, but energetically it's still there. So what we're going to do is just, you know, bless that surgery, you know, make you impervious to any of the side effects that have taken place from that. And what we're going to do is, like, you know, any meridians that have been cut through, you know, the surgeries that you've taken place, any cuts that you've had, allow the meridians to heal and realign themselves. So it's safe and possible to do that. Because I know myself, when I had my surgery with my back, one of the important things that I did in the healing process was actually healing where the cut was, because it actually cut through my digestive meridian, and I struggled with, you know, some weight issues for a time after that. And then once I'd healed all those issues, I was able to release that weight really easily. So what I want to do is reconnect those for you as well. The other thing that we want to do is just releasing any trauma, you know, from what took place with your mother. So what we want to do is just pull the trauma around that, like, you know, pull the heartbreak, you know, pull, you know, any unresolved grief that you're still holding on to from that time. And what we're going to do is just disconnect you from your family's fear at that time. So not just your fear, but like everybody else who was important to you at that time. Like, you know, say maybe like, you know, your father or, you know, grandparents or somebody like that, or maybe even aunties and uncles. And so, you know, oftentimes what we do is we take on their fears. And what we're going to do is disconnect you from all of their fears. What we're going to do is teach you the difference between your thoughts, feelings, and emotions and theirs, and knowing that it's safe for you to let go of their feelings, and teach you how to live without needing to heal, you know, any relatives around at that time that were doing it tough, you could say. So what we're going to do is just release all of that. And the other thing that we're going to do is just teach you what it feels like to move forward. Teach you how to allow yourself to accept your life the way it is. Teach you how to recognize that your life is where it's meant to be, and just teach you how to be empowered in your life, that you can actually from this point forward create the life that you deserve, that you can allow yourself to see a positive future for yourself, and that you can allow yourself to move forward without all the health, without all the, you know, relationship issues that are going on for you at the moment. So knowing that you can allow yourself to move forward, and that you can allow yourself to create that ideal life, that it's safe and possible to do that. So let's just do those downloads for you and everybody else.
Okay.
So what's next?
So the next question, I was just looking at the next question. So the next question we have from Trish. So it's in relation to her partner's. He's got inflammation on his left elbow. So that's Steve. And the doctors say it's a tennis elbow, but the second opinion said that they are not sure and are going to drain the fluid out and give him cortisone. And she just wants to see if you can tune in and see what it is that she can work on with him. And, you know, she's obviously got permission, and it started 3 days after he had a procedure done in hospital about approximately 4 weeks ago. Thank you heaps. So if you can tune in and see what's going on there.
Okay, cool. So basically what I'm picking up there is there's obviously some sort of an infection. So when you're looking at infections, so what I pick up there is like there's resentment there about direction, right? So basically, like, you know, the direction that you're taking in your life, or the direction where you think you're meant to be going, etc. There's resentment around it. It's almost feeling like you're being pushed or forced to go somewhere where you don't want to be going. It feels like it is work related. So it's like yeah, it's almost like, you know, when it comes to career and stuff like that, like, you know, there's disappointment there around, you know, where you should have been now, like, you know, for all the effort, for all the, you know, the work you've put in over the years, like, you know, like there should be more recognition, there should be more appreciation for what you've done. And what I'm getting there is it's almost like I don't know. It's almost like what it feels like. It's like it's a wife energy that is like holding you back, like doesn't want you to, you know, really get out there and excel, really get out there and, you know, succeed. So that's basically what I'm picking up there in relation to that. So what we want to be doing is just teaching you how to recognize the difference between your thoughts, feelings, and emotions and other people's, knowing that it's safe for you to actually recognize what's, you know, what thoughts, feelings, and emotions are yours. And what we want to do is teach you how to live without feeling like you're, it feels like it's a long-standing thing. It just feels like it's been there, like, you know, most of your life, just feeling like you're always being pushed to do things that you don't want to be doing, or you know, it's almost like a sense of like not allowing yourself to take your true direction because everybody else who means well wants you to do what they want you to do type thing. So that's what I'd be looking at, but it feels like it's old, it's been there for a long time, and it just sort of feels like it's it's really time for you to let go and start really trusting yourself, like trusting your own judgment, trusting your own intuition, and you know, especially in the work area, it's almost like there's, you know, like a real sense there of needing to step out on your own, needing to start recognizing that, you know, you're amazing at what you do, and you know, allowing your skills, your abilities to reward you, knowing that it's time for you to be appreciated, knowing that it's time for you to accept that, you know, this is your time. Like, you know, there is no other moment. The only moment that exists is now, and it's about really allowing ourselves to take charge of the moment, allowing ourselves to move forward. So really what I'll be looking at there is like, it's all about direction. So where is it for you from here? You know, like what's next? What is it, you know, that, you know, when you know, 30 years down the track, when you look back at your life, you think, okay, well, that day was the day that I decided to create this life, and I'm so happy that I did, right? So what would that be? What would that life be? If you're living your life, you know, 30 years down the track, and you're living the most amazing life, what is it that you need to do different from this point forward? You know, like, you know, what would you be creating? What's really important to you? So that's what I'll be looking at there. So what I want to do is teach you all how to have direction, what it feels like to have direction, teach you how to live without resentment, teach you how to live without taking on other people's resentment, teach you how to live without taking on, you know, like, you know, your mother's resentment, your, you know, partner's resentment, like, you know, like that sort of energy. So you know, whether you know, male or female, like letting go of taking on our partner's energies, letting go of allowing ourselves to be influenced by other people's energies, especially the mainly the ones that we're no longer with, right? Because the thing is you don't mind having your current partner's energy around, because especially if you like them, right? You don't mind having their energy around, but like, you know, the thing is, a lot of the times the energy that we're holding on to is from past relationships. So it's important to be letting that go. It's important to be releasing that, and it's important to, you know, recognize, you know, the things that we blame them for holding us back for in our lives. So what we want to do is allow ourselves to recognize those things and allow ourselves to release them quickly and easily. So knowing how to live without sacrificing all your dreams and desires for your past relationships or people from your past, for your parents, from anybody else. So teaching you how to live without having to diminish your abundance to, you know, not surpass your parents or not surpass your siblings. So knowing that it's safe and possible for you to, you know, excel, and it's safe and possible for you to be a pioneer, allowing yourself to create success in your family, allowing you to create success for yourself and the people around you. That it's safe and possible to do that. And what I want to do is just teach you how to live without, you know, resenting. For some reason I'm getting like resenting the medical industry, and teach you how to live without, you know, being disappointed or being let down by, you know, doctors or anybody else around that, like, you know, even healers or whoever it may be. So any practitioners that you're seeing, teach you how to live without being or expecting to be disappointed. So knowing that it's safe and possible for you to have wonderful results, knowing that you allow your body to heal quickly and easily, right? And knowing that it's safe for you to move forward from where you are today, knowing how to allow your okay, so it's knowing how to allow yourself to really stand up and be your true self. So no, that's a good one for all of us. So let's just download that for everybody as well. Cool. Okay. So let's see.
Okay, next. And then just a question from Trish here. We've got She feels like her eyes are feeling heavy. She wakes up crying through the nights for no apparent reason, and sometimes just wakes up with watery eyes. It's tiring her out as much as it might be weird. She's just wondering if you can tune in as to what she's doing there or what's going on there.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So that's all boundary issues, Trish. Look, it's really simple. So who is it that you're healing at the moment? Whose tears are you crying? You know, like, you know, I'd be muscle testing these things to see exactly who it is that we're dealing with here. But you know, the first thing that we want to be doing is just knowing that, you know, we don't have to be healing everybody that is going through struggle or that is going through, right? You know, we don't have to be the ones who is healing everybody. We can send them unconditional love, but unless they're ready to heal themselves, it's not going to happen. So the key is allowing ourselves to be a healer without having to heal everybody, right? And it's important to know that, you know, like, you can only help the people that are coming to you for help. So if, you know, energetically, if somebody's coming to you at night for help and you're releasing, you know, you're releasing their pain and sorrow, you're releasing their suffering, you know, unconsciously you're keeping people alive, there's no benefit to you, there's no benefit to them, because all they're going to do is just keep repeating what they're doing because they're not allowing themselves to move forward. What's happening is, as soon as those issues are coming up for them, then what's happening is you're unconsciously taking them on, you're unconsciously healing them for those people, and the person thinks, okay, well, you know what, I'm better now, so I'll just keep doing what I was doing. Because unconsciously tonight, when they go to sleep, you're going to continue doing the healing for them, so they don't need to change. So what I want to do is just teach you how to allow people to heal themselves, teach you how to live without needing to heal everybody that comes to you, and just knowing how to be there for people without having to save them, without having to heal them, without having to sacrifice yourself to heal everybody else, right? So what we want to do is just teach you how to recognize that you are just as important as everybody else. Teach you that it's okay for you to go to sleep and wake up, you know, totally refreshed and energized, that it's safe for you to go to sleep without needing to heal everybody, that it's safe for you to, you know, actually have a restful sleep, that you don't need to be working on all these other people at night time in order to be valuable or in order to be worthy. So knowing that you are worthy and deserving of love, regardless of whether you are helping, healing, saving people. So let's just teach you how to let go of any obligations to do that, so oaths, vows, or contracts to do that, because that is a real common thing for a lot of us, is having oaths, vows, and contracts to save particular people. So, you know, for those of you at home, I'd be looking at, you know, the important people that are in your life, and look to see whether you've got any oaths, vows, or contracts in relation to the areas of your life where you're feeling scarcity. So if you have money issues, then what you want to do is muscle test. I have an oath, vow, or contract to sacrifice my abundance for this person, or I have an oath, vow, or contract to sacrifice my health to heal this person, right? So they're the sorts of things that you want to be looking at. But for you in this question, what we're going to do is just teach you how to let go of all of that. So everything that we went through and mentioned, we're going to download all of that. So for everybody out there, and it's just boundary stuff that we're downloading. So what we want to do is just teach you how to do that. But the other thing that we need to teach you as well is just what it feels like to value yourself, what it feels like to know that you are important, what it feels like to know that you are special, and to know that you are worthy and deserving of people's time, that you're worthy and deserving of having your own time, right? So what we want to do is just teach you how to live without thinking that your life is a sacrifice for everybody else, okay? So we'll just download those for everyone.
And also so that she can also have boundaries while she's sleeping. You gave that to me once and that was awesome.
Yeah.
That download. That's very powerful. Okay, so our next question is, so I've done that one. Okay. Okay, so this is from Faiza. What do I need to do to create the wealth and financial freedom I desire?
Have a vision of where you would like, what you would like to achieve. Know why it's important to you, and then take action. So do the work that it needs to do in order to get that. So that's in simple, like, you know, basically, if you want to create wealth and financial freedom for yourself, then set up a plan, like have an idea of what it is that you're choosing to create, and know why it's important to you, and then you take the steps that are in front of you to take, right? So that's on a conscious level. That's all you need to be doing. But unconsciously, then what I'm picking up there for you is, it's almost like, you know, like your wealth is not for you. So if you're creating wealth and abundance, then it's almost like you're having to feed like the whole planet. It's almost like you're carrying this burden that you need to be, you know, creating wealth and abundance for everybody that is on the planet. And so there's like this huge burden on your shoulders, and that's what's really stopping you, and that's what's really holding you back. So what we're going to do is just teach you how to let go of that it's safe to let go of it. And if there's anything still there, then I'll actually dig a little bit deeper. But you know, the key is knowing that you don't have to be the one who saves the world. You don't have to be the one who takes care of everybody. That you know, everybody has their own journey. Everybody has chosen their life, and everybody has chosen their situation, and everybody has the ability to change the situation that they're in at the moment. And it's safe and possible for them all to, you know, that it's safe and possible for everybody to change their circumstances, that you don't have to be doing it for everybody. So what we're going to do is just take that pressure away from needing to be successful for everybody, right? Mm-hmm. So let's just download that for you and for everybody else who'd like it.
Okay, so our next question is from Jane. She has very painful hips. The left is worse, and the lateral quad feels very painful when she gets up after resting. So she'd love healing on that and some intuitive ideas of what's going on there. So she's about to run out of ideas of getting any better because she's tried everything, and it severely restricts her movement. So, and she also has a sore right ankle too. So some healing can be sent to her. And if you can tune in to see what's going on there.
Okay, so the word that keeps coming up when I'm tuning in there, Jane, is ache. So it's always like there's an ache. So it's almost like there's, in your life, there's always something that's aching. Like, you know, whether it's family, there's always, like, you know, some sort of, like, you know, something, like some sort of pain, some sort of stress that is constantly holding you back. So it's almost like this sort of feels like, you know, like it's just, it's almost like a comfort zone thing. So what we want to do is just teach you how to live without needing to have some sort of ache. What we want to do is give you discernment on ache, and knowing that you can actually let go of aches and pains and suffering in your life. So letting go of needing that to feel that you're alive, right? The other thing that I'm feeling is going on there, it's like there's like a restriction with your purpose, like feeling like you have your purpose out there, but it's always like there's somebody else out there, there's always something out there that is restricting you from your purpose, that is stopping you from allowing yourself to, you know, move forward and create, you know, the things that you would like to. So there's always some sort of barrier, right? And maybe that's where the ache comes in, maybe that's where the aching heart comes in. So what we want to do is just release that. We want to release, you know, the consciousness that, you know, there's always something against you. There's always, you know, some sort of obstacle that you're needing to be climbing over. And it's almost like, you know, it's almost like, you know, almost wishing for something, you know, to like a physical issue like this, like, you know, because then at least, you know, people aren't going to think that, you know, you're crazy or something like that. So I just getting some really weird stuff now, but hopefully it makes sense for you. But what we want to be doing there is like just knowing that it's actually really simple for you to heal, knowing how to allow yourself to be healed by the Creator, knowing that it's safe and possible for you to allow yourself to be healed by the Creator, and knowing that it's safe and possible for you to heal yourself. The other thing that we want to be doing is just teach you how to live without feeling overwhelmed by everybody around you. Teach you how to live without feeling like everybody is constantly jumping on your back and constantly needing something for you. So what we want to do is just teach you that you can have your freedom and be healthy at the same time as well. So letting go of needing to create something to allow yourself to get a little bit of breathing space, to get a little bit of, freedom is the word that's coming up. So let's just change all those things. And what we also want to do there is just teach you how to move forward in your life without pain, knowing how to move forward in a loving and easy way, knowing how to allow yourself to create the life that you desire, and knowing that it's safe for you to actually create that life and to live that life, right? The other thing that we want to do there too is just teach you how to live without feeling like everybody is against you. So it's almost like there's a feeling of like, family, everybody else around you. It's almost like that you're always fighting a battle, you're always up against it. So what I want to do is just teach you how to live without that, how to let go of that, and that it's safe and possible for you to move forward from that. And what we want to do is teach you how to know that you have the strength to create the life that you desire, that it's safe and possible for you to stand up in your power, and it's safe and possible for you to see your strength. Right? So let's just download all of those. Cool. So what's next?
Okay, so we've got here from Alex. So she's had cataracts and has had new lenses in each. Her left is still blurry. The condition is when the vitreous gel in the eye is pulling on the retina. I don't know whether that's a question or whether she's said it.
She's just explaining the condition. So the condition is when the vitreous gel in the eye is pulling on the retina.
Okay, great. Yeah. So if you can give her some insights as to what's going on there and some healing.
Yeah. Happy days. Okay. So basically, what I'm seeing. So what I'm getting there is look. I'm getting that it's all about moving forward. I'm getting that like the eyes are all about seeing. So whether it's seeing the future, whether it's seeing the past, or seeing our life today, it's all about being able to see it, accept it, and take it all in. But what it is, it's almost like what I'm getting there. It's like you've got this vision of life. And there's always something pulling you back from that vision. So it's almost like it's like having that carrot dangled out in front of you, and you're just not close enough to get it. So what we want to do is just teach you how to let go of allowing yourself to be held back by other people. Teach you how to live without allowing yourself to be a victim of circumstances. What we want to do is just teach you how to allow yourself to live without feeling restricted by other people. Teach you how to live without feeling restricted by God. Teach you how to live without feeling restricted by society. Teach you how to live without feeling restricted by the community. So what I want to do is just teach you that it's actually safe for you to let go of being restricted by other people. Teach you how to know who you are without those restrictions, and it's actually safe and possible for you to move forward. The other thing that we want to do there too is just knowing what it feels like to actually have clarity on your life, knowing what it feels like to have clarity on your future, and knowing what it actually feels like to be in a position where you can actually make conscious choices for yourself, that you can actually make positive choices for yourself moving forward. So knowing what it feels like to be in a position of power, but with humility as well. So knowing how to make the right steps moving forward, knowing how to take the right steps moving forward, and knowing how to trust that the Creator has got your back, right? So what we want to do is just teach you how to allow yourself to remove yourself from past emotions and make great decisions in the moment, that it's safe and possible for you to make great decisions in the moment. By just firstly knowing how to recognize when you're triggered, knowing how to recognize when you're caught up in your emotions, and knowing how to step out of that quickly and easily. So what we're going to do is just teach you that your vision for the future and how it's going to come together isn't your issue. So what we want to do is just teach you how to trust that the Creator will allow your vision to come to fruition. And what we're going to do is just teach you how to live without feeling like the world is against you. Teach you how to live without feeling like everybody is against you. So what I want to do is just teach you how to recognize that you are loved and supported. Teach you how to know that the Creator is taking care of you, the Creator is guiding you. And teach you how to know that it's safe and possible for you to achieve your desires and your manifestations. So let's just download those for everybody who would like them.
That's good.
Okay.
Okay, so the next question is from, I think is it Hilda?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So basically, her question and request is that she's been longing to live and feel the beauty of allowance and for everything in her life and job to flow smoothly, to feel that the things are working out for her without the feeling that something or someone's holding her back, in whether it's on a historical or any on other level. So feeling of freedom, that she's free. I have free will from the seventh plane of existence. So I work on me and still feel like I'm dropping back to the same energy after a day or two. So if she can get some insight on that. So yeah, need some help and support around that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so what I'm seeing there is it's almost like there's this energy that is like covering over the top of you. So it's like the expectations of everybody around you, like the expectations of yourself, you know, even from childhood, like, you know, like if somebody expected you to do well in a, you know, swimming race or a running race or in some sort of sport, it's like the expectations since day one of your life are still hanging over the top of your head. It's like everybody's expectations of you, but it's also your own expectations, because it's like you've got this vision of helping so many people and making a difference in so many people's lives, that you're carrying that burden over the top of you. So what happens is every time you release a little bit of it, you feel better, but the thing is it's still there, and you're still taking on that obligation of having to do that. So what I want to do is release that obligation. We'll also release any oaths, vows or contracts that you've made to, you know, heal everybody and to save the planet and to, you know, live up to everybody's expectations. So what I want to do is just give you discernment on expectations, teach you how to let go of past expectations, teach you how to live without having to be burdened by everybody else's expectations of you, teach you how to live without needing to take on everybody else's expectations of you, and teach you how to know that you can actually move forward, that it's safe for you to move forward, right? And what I want to do is teach you how to trust that you can actually make a difference on this planet without having to carry the burden of everybody's expectations. So we'll just release all of those. So we'll also release any oaths, vows or contracts that you've got in order to take on everybody's expectations. Okay, cool. So what's next?
Okay, and then our final question for the night is from Marinez. So basically, Marinez, she wants to know whether she'll have better chance at making a living staying where she is now or moving to the valley. That's it.
Okay, so I believe it doesn't matter where you are, there is always opportunity, right? There's always great opportunities. So you know, regardless of where you are, you will create success, you know, if you have that wealth conscious mindset. I do feel that there's a strong calling for you towards the valley though, but you know, like, you know, me personally, it'd be about working on making sure that it's safe and possible for you to create the success that you desire, regardless of where you are living, regardless of where you are in the world, that it's safe and possible for you to create amazing opportunities for yourself, to create opportunities that allow you to live the life that you desire. So let's just download that for everybody, because I think that's really important for all of us. And regardless of, you know, whatever's like the economic circumstances are, whatever the environmental circumstances are, that you can still create success and abundance wherever you are. Cool. Cool.
That's it.
Yep.
So we'll do a bit of a healing circle meditation first,
Yeah.
Especially sending lots of love and healing to Lebanon. It was actually very devastating news. It was just such a horrible, horrible explosion. So, you know, but glad to hear that the people that we know that are living there, and also friends and family, that they're all safe. But, you know, lots of sadness for those who have been affected by the explosion, were injured, and in some cases there have been some deaths as well. So sending lots of love in our healing circle tonight for that one. And also just around the world where everyone's still affected by COVID. Lots of healing so we can really see the end to this and really put it behind us so we can continue to move forward.
Cool. So let's do it. So if you just close your eyes and visualize energy coming up through the bottoms of your feet, coming up out of the top of your head as a beautiful ball of light. See yourself moving straight up, past the universe, going up through all the white lights, through the jelly, and up into that pearl iridescent white light. So Creator, it is requested to send me, my family, everybody else watching this webinar or taking part in this webinar, their families, and everybody that we're aware of who's personally asked us for healing. So everybody who's sent in questions tonight, specifically them and their intentions, and also for you at home that are watching, but also the people that you know around you who can do with some healing at the moment, who may be going through difficult times. And especially all the people that we mentioned, like in Lebanon, and, you know, everyone in relation to this COVID situation. So we're sending unconditional love to everybody. Thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done. So now allow yourself to witness that unconditional love coming down, filling every cell of your body and everybody else's bodies that we mentioned. Okay, and then just taking your awareness back up into that pearl iridescent white light. Allowing yourself to feel centered and grounded. Take a deep breath in and open your eyes. Cool.
That's it. So thank you everybody for joining us this evening. Just a quick few announcements. We've got the advanced course starting this weekend, and then we've got Monday, Tuesday evening, the Dig Deeper workshop. Then a week later, we've got DNA 3 here in Sydney. That's an amazing class that really helps you master the knowing and deepen your understanding that we are creating our own reality. So that's a phenomenal class. It's a 5-day powerful workshop. So that starts not this coming Monday, the next Monday. Then I think we've got a week off, and then it's World Relations. That's another phenomenal class. Just great. If you really want to
DNA 3 pushes the boundaries of where your mind is at right now. So, you know, we do exercises like moving objects with your mind, changing the molecular structure of water, you know, those sorts of things. So they really push the boundaries and the limitations that you've created for yourself in your life, in your mind. And so if you really want to get out of where you're at the moment, DNA 3 is the class to do it, because it really helps you step forward. But obviously, well, not obviously, but one of the prerequisites for DNA 3 is intuitive anatomy. So you have to have done the 3-week course. The world relations class, on the other hand, is one that will truly transform your life, because that is working on your issues with different cultures, races, religions, and that class, I remember the first time I did it with Vianna, it was just amazing. I said to her, you've really nailed it with this class, because it is just so powerful in allowing you to step out of old prejudices, old races, like racism and stuff like that. You'll be amazed how it shifts your consciousness. And you know, look, it definitely made me a more open person, a more open-minded person, and allowed me to open up and connect with so many more people. It was such a transformation for me, the world relations class. It was brilliant.
Yeah, and it's really working on stuff that wasn't yours to begin with. So when we're talking about these, you know, racist, these, you know, hatreds, inner hatreds that you don't even realize you're carrying, and it comes from our genetics or even past life. It's phenomenal. So it really allows you to shift all of that. And then we've got the inner circle. That's one of
you're in your inner circle. Yeah, that's a cracker.
Yeah, that's a great one. So that's straight after over the weekend, and then I think we're straight onto IA in October. So gee, the year's going by quickly, guys.
Yeah.
So that's a 3-week class, and if you're interested in this class, in that particular class, please let me know as soon as possible. Especially with intuitive anatomy, because numbers will be restricted for that class. So we're all good with world relations and DNA 3, but IA, if you're interested, please let me know as soon as possible. So that's all we have time for tonight, and thank you
big
for
hello to
joining
all
us.
of you from all over the world.
Yay.
You know, like great friends there, and look forward to catching up with all of you all very soon. It has been challenging being stuck in one country, and as you know, as many of you would be experiencing as well. So, you know, but you know, like we always get through it, and we always come out bigger and better and stronger than ever. So hang in there. Just know that there's support there for you, and you know.
And don't forget to send any of your questions in. If you have a question tonight and you want to send it in, we'll and more than happy to answer it at our next Facebook Live. So we'll see you then. Cool. Have a great evening. Bye.
Thanks, bye.